If I had to describe the last decade of my life, it would only really take 4 words to get it done. I'll be happy when. I'll be happy when I graduate high school. I'll be happy when I get into film school. I'll be happy when I get my first VFX job. I'll be happy when I get my first Marvel credit. I'll be happy when I can drive. I'll be happy when I can move out. And I'll be happy when I get a girlfriend. Okay, well maybe not that one, but you get the gist. I've been setting up these goalposts for myself to be happy, and every time I achieve one, another goal will pop up right behind it to take its place. Now, ironically enough, one of the reasons I'm making this video, period, is because it's one of my goalposts that I'll be fulfilled once I'm making stuff for myself. Setting goals for yourself like this actually isn't inherently bad. It's more about your deferral of happiness to the future, which is problematic and unhealthy. This I'll be happy attitude has had some effects on me. Sometimes I miss out on the nice things in life just because I'm so preoccupied with grinding towards my future happiness. It always feels like I'm catching up. Sometimes I ignore the symptoms of burnout because I think, oh, I'll rest once I get to my goal. And spoiler alert, you don't rest when you get to your goal, because wherever you go, there you are. It wasn't the flip of a switch, but as I achieved increasingly big goals of mine, I started to question, why was I not feeling content yet? Great achievements in my life never seemed to fill the void. I was certain they'd be the missing puzzle piece, and then once I got there, nothing happened. I knew that I couldn't keep banking my happiness on these goals, and that I needed to find another way, or I'll never be at peace. I'll be happy when syndrome is essentially just the opposite of living in the present. It makes you fantasize about a future which is uncertain. It robs you of your control, makes you wait and wish to live instead of enjoying and experiencing life. So to tackle this mindset, we should take a 2-pronged approach. We should learn how to live better in the moment, and we should also confront our desires. To get better at being present, there's actually a lot of things that can help. So if you try one thing and it isn't your cup of tea, well, there's always a backup. Method number 1, practicing gratitude. So there's actually a lot of ways to do this, but the simplest is just to appreciate small things that you like or that bring you joy and write them down. Today, none of my Tupperware is flipped in the dishwasher and filled with disgusting water. So Dr. Rangan Chatterjee, he suggests focusing on the 3 Ps. So let's get these written down here. That's people, pleasures, and pro-mist quarter filters. Ooh. Okay, just kidding on the filters. It's promise. So something that happened today which has promise or potential for the future. Meditation. Now hear me out. It's not necessarily a big hoodoo-voodoo thing. It doesn't have to be the most spiritual experience ever. It can just help you ruminate less on your negative thoughts and be able to sit with yourself in the present some more. No phone walks / offline time. I find that by spending time away from my screens, I can pick up on little things in life that make me happy that I'd normally walk right past. Grounding strategies. So something I picked up in therapy is this idea that you can snap yourself back to the moment by just naming 5 things that you can see around you, and then 5 things that you can hear. So right now I can see all these concrete pillar thingies. I can hear the creek behind me. I can hear cars driving. I can hear the birds chirping. I can hear the wind in my ears. Personally, I've been quite enjoying reducing my screen time as a way to be more present. How many times do you have your best ideas when you're in the shower or right before you're gonna go to sleep? I wonder what those 2 have in common. And now, for your second angle of approach, asking yourself some questions. Most importantly, why is your goal important to you? For me, it was mostly about feeling normal, or feeling like I could catch up to the people around me, because I'd always felt inadequate. Every one of these goals that I've been setting for myself are really just servicing the relevant insecurities within me. So all these years, I've been hunting for these external solutions to my own internal problems. So after you're done asking yourself why you care about your goal, you should also ask, what realistically will happen once I do achieve it? So for example, moving out. It Turns out, when you live on your own, it doesn't activate some special social life bonuses. You still have to talk to people. The craziest thing about that is that it's so obvious when you think about it, but when you're in the heat of the moment, it is anything but. You will come up with all kinds of lies and fool yourself with it, and you really have to be present and take a step back to even notice the stuff your brain is making up. So, does your happiness depend on anything? What are your goalposts? Have you ever worked so hard on something just to feel exactly the same when you finished? Imagine what life would be like if you could be happy just the way you are, and all your achievements are just a bonus. And that if you change your course, you haven't wasted all that energy because you enjoyed it along the way. Lastly, I don't have all the answers, believe me. This is still a huge work in progress for me, and I figured that if I could help someone avoid some of the wasted time and unhappiness that comes with this attitude, then that'd be sick. Change is possible. I repeat, change is possible. And more importantly, it won't even hold you back from achieving your goals. Because if you enjoy the process of pushing towards what you want to achieve, you'll actually be more resilient to setbacks. And you'll also find more motivation to actually do the work. Let's do this.